Yo, men, good day and welcome to another episode of Father's Fire. My name's Jody Sedrick, and every week we get together to explore the joys, the challenges, the triumphs, the sorrows, and yes, the fun of being a dad. And I tell you, the fun of being a dad never continues to surprise me. I mean, it is always something just throws me for a loop. There's so many things that I do with my kids that I know are going to be fun, and they're even more fun than I imagined. And then there's those things that I think are going to be fun and they're a dismal failure. Come on, guys, you've done it. You have this great idea. You get the kids all loaded up to go on a camping trip or a barbecue or a picnic, and it ends up being a cat fight. And you're like, what was I thinking? And then there are those experiences that you think you're like, why am I doing this? This is not what a man's supposed to do. This isn't what a dad's supposed to do. And yet you do it and it ends up surprising you. And you have a great time and you connect with your kids. And I had one of those experiences in the past couple of days. So Cynsha came home and it was after dinner and she was in a really good mood. And she's like, Dad, man, why don't we go downstairs and let me do a full pedicure on you? And in the back of my head, I'm like, I've let you paint my toes, but I've never had a full pedicure. And quite honest, man, a full pedicure has been one of those things that I've thought as girly. In fact, I've teased other men about getting pedicures and they swear by them like, oh no, Jody, you got to get a pedicure. You got to get a manicure. And I don't know if it was the traditions of what a man's supposed to be or just my own internal idea of what that experience was going to be. I was a little reticent to do a full pedicure, but I'm like, you know what? This will give me an opportunity to visit with Cynsha. We'll just be one-on-one downstairs and we can visit. She wanted to watch Legend of Korra while we did it. So, it was really cool. So we go down there. She brings out downstairs her entire pedicure kit. And she's got fake nails and glue and all these myriad colors of toenail polish and fingernail polish. And she's got, files and little mechanical things that really polish your nails and stuff. And I'm like, all right, get ready. So we get everything lined out and she's like, all right, Dad, pick out your colors. So I'm looking at, like 50 different colors of shade. And I'm like, all right, let's pick this purple and this like dark teal. And we'll do a mix of the two colors. She's like, okay. And then, she's getting everything all ready, has my feet on, on a nice towel and we're getting all ready. And she's like, what if we just did the purple? Because I really like the purple. I'm like, yeah, what the heck? It's just nails. So I got to be quite honest. I was a little nervous at first, only about one aspect of it. But so I'm like, here. And I think I'll share a picture with you. So she actually got everything all together and got my feet on the little paper to make sure that we didn't get any nail polish on the carpet or whatever. And then she set about doing my nails. And she started out, she had this little battery operated file and she filed down the tops of my nails and all around the edges. And then she got this hand file and filed down the toes even further. And I wasn't nervous until she brought out the scissors. And I'm like, oh, what are you going to do with the scissors? She goes, oh, I got to chop off all the dead cuticles and skin and stuff. And in the back of my head, I'm like, you're going to cut my toes. And she did a great job. And every time she cut, did you feel that? No. And then she got me. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to get, I go, it's okay. You didn't draw blood. But it was a minor pinch. It wasn't even that big of a deal. But and then once she got it all done, she then carefully painted them. She's really gotten very adept at painting toenails and fingernails. And I mean, she did an amazing job. And the thing that was kind of eye-opening to me was, here I was, I'm sitting on the couch. I'm totally being pampered. I mean, Cynsha is like taking care of my feet. She's polishing the nails, filing them down. And I found it to be just so relaxing until we got to the clippers, but that's a side note. But I mean, I just was so comfortable and I was so relaxed. And she and I were having a great conversation about her work, about her friends, things that she was planning this summer. We're also watching Legend of Korra, so we were making comments about that. And we just had this really amazing one-on-one experience. And I think a lot of times we men miss opportunities with our kids because of what we think the activity is going to be like. And maybe it's not exactly our cup of tea. Getting a pedicure or manicure or going on a science trip or going to a band concert, or even, if you're not an athletic guy, going to an athletic competition. There are inevitably things that you are going to be invited to participate in by your kids because it's what they're interested in. It's what they love. It's their passion. And if you shut it down, you are shutting down opportunities to connect with them, to build a bridge of love and understanding, and also of learning, to be able to sit there. Well, why do you do that? And what is it about this aspect of your music score that interests you? Or why do you like astronomy so much? To have the opportunity to actually set your own interests aside, your own traditions of your heart, your own ideas of what masculine is, and to be able to set those aside and just embrace the moment with your kid it's amazing. And I've asked myself, and I got to pat myself on the back a little bit, because I've always been willing to embrace those opportunities. But I look at how many men that I've had conversations with that have told me, oh, I didn't go with my wife and my daughter because they were doing this, and that's not what I'm interested in. And I'm thinking about, what did they miss in that moment? Yeah, they missed the activity, but what they really missed was the connection with their wife and their daughter or their son. So men, don't miss out on opportunities because you have an old mindset. You have a closed mindset. You have a traditional mindset of what manhood is, what masculinity is. Because I can tell you, man, my eyes were open to why getting a pedicure is pretty amazing. But most importantly, it was amazing because of the time that I had with my daughter. Get that, man. It was amazing because of the time with my daughter. And I promise you that when you embrace those opportunities to do something that they love, something that they're interested in, even though it's not necessarily something that you would at first glance go, yeah, I'll do that. You might be surprised because you might actually enjoy the activity that they've invited you to participate in. But more importantly, you'll have the opportunity to connect with your kid. And let me ask you a question. I think a lot of times we as men are more open to doing that with our daughters. We allow ourselves to be sensitive and tender with them, to be more open with our conversation. When's the last time you went up to your boy and put your arm around him and not only said, I'm proud of you, but I love you? Man, we need to do that. Not only with our girls, but also with our boys. We need to be able and willing to go up and put our arms around our boys and our daughters and go, you know what? You're amazing. I'm so proud of you. And I want you to know that I love you. So men, don't miss out on an opportunity to connect with your kids because of a closed mindset. A mindset that doesn't open you to new opportunities, to new experiences. And I promise you that if you will change that mindset to be more open, especially when it involves having time with your kids, you will build a bridge of love, understanding, and connection that will last a lifetime. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and we will check we'll check you same time, same bat channel, just next week, right here on Father's Fire. See ya!